Congressman Krishnamoorthi representing Illinois' 8th District. It is great to see you, Congressman.
Thank you so much.
Just want to get your reaction so far. Just in the last hour, the energy is palpable. What do you think about the convention?
I think it's awesome. You know, we haven't done this for 8 years, right, because of the pandemic. And so, you know, being together, celebrating tonight Joe Biden and, of course, Kamala Harris's nomination is huge, and the energy is just off the charts.
Yeah, having it here in Chicago is really something special. And what do you think of the city's preparations and what it's like here at the United Center?
Terrific. And hey, how about that weather?
Right?
It's just the way it is the rest of the year, right? I mean, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
But you know, in all seriousness, I've only heard excellent things about Chicago. We're showcasing the city at the same time we're talking about politics, and it's a big twofer.
Yeah, the weather has been a great help. You spoke with the Asian American and Pacific Islander Caucus this morning. That was over at McCormick Place. Talk about your role in this convention. You're a big part of this community, having been reelected. What's your role in all of this?
Well, look, I'm of Indian heritage, just like Kamala Harris is of Indian heritage through her mother, and her family hails from the same part of India that mine does. So it's a point of pride. It's a moment of great anticipation. And so I can talk about how that pride, that inspiration, is also motivation for all of us to get out and vote, get others out and vote, and to go and knock on doors and make phone calls and do the rest.
Can you imagine, as a young up-and-coming politician, or what someone saying to you that tonight you would be here with someone from your descent getting ready to assume the role of the presidential candidate? I mean, it's a bit surreal, and it has to be really special
It's
for you.
surreal.
Too.
Only in America, man. I mean,
Right.
That's what makes our country exceptional, that these stories are possible. And that's, by the way, why I'm working so hard, as everybody here, for Kamala Harris, to make sure that that story is repeated over and over again, not just for us, but for our children and future generations.
Let's talk about the coming months.
Yes.
Because November's not far away. But in a
78 days,
right,
not that I'm counting.
Right. I've heard many people here at the convention talk about just how much time you've got. What does this campaign have to do to really build off the momentum it will no doubt get here in the next few days?
Well, look, I think that a lot of people are now open to voting for Kamala Harris, but we haven't closed the sale. So now it's time to close the sale. That means talking about issues that matter to them, whether it's educating their kids, whether it is making sure that everyone has access to quality, affordable health care, or, you know, making sure you have a job that enables you to you know, find your way in the 21st century economy. That's what we should be talking about. We're talking about the future. The other side is really talking about the past, litigating old grievances, relitigating elections. That's just not what people want to hear.
Yeah. Today's message for the people, there have already been some arrests with some protesters outside. How do you think the Harris-Walz campaign can bridge that gap with some people who are not satisfied with some of the policies here in the United States? Because that will be critical toward this election.
Look, a lot of people have sincerely held beliefs, and I'm glad that they are expressing themselves peacefully. That's the key. We have to listen. We have to make sure that we pursue what's in the best interest of all the people, and we have to pursue the current policy, which is we need a ceasefire deal right now. Ceasefire in return for hostages and massive humanitarian aid entering the Gaza Strip. That is what we need all sides to agree to. And with regard to how law enforcement has handled the protesters, I think they've done a good job so far. I think everybody's been able to perform their roles.
Yeah, the governor spoke about similar things, saying that the city was prepared as it was today,
right,
as some protests continue again tonight. So great to see you,
Same
man.
here, man.
I think last time I saw you was the State of the Union many moons ago,
hey.
And we were much younger.
Hey, now you're wiser.
I hope you're right, Congressman.
Hey, buddy. Thank you.
Good to see
Great
you.
to see you.
Congressman
Thank you.
Krishnamoorthi joining us here on the stream.